Greetings, my beautiful kings and queens of you stopping by. Welcome back to my channel. This is Sis Kathy Vet coming to you with another Kountry Wayne skit from these Kountry Wayne streets. Let's get into it. Okay, Amber pulls up to her new house. Wow, this is a lot. This says a lot about how Dave feels about her. One of the things I'm wondering is how the realtor, because we've heard their conversation in the past, how she's gonna feel about what David is doing for Amber. This is something that she, wanted for herself. She, wanted her and Dave to have a relationship, hoping he'd, do these things for her. She was asking questions about Amber, what it is about her that he's doing these things about her, for her. And Dave, I don't know if he doesn't see that this woman is still carrying some underlying feelings for him. But he's still keeping her on for business. But you have to understand, even if you don't have feelings there, Dave, she does. How's she gonna feel showing this home to Amber? How's she gonna feel when she sees Amber? We want Amber to tell about Wayne and her to Dave, but should Dave also tell Amber that this realtor he was once involved with, and she's still a friend of his in business? So it's interesting if this woman will ever reveal that. Will Dave ever reveal that? Will Amber pick up any vibes from this woman? To allude to that. But we shall see. Let's go. Hey, Dave.
What's going on?
How are you today?
I'm great.
What is she thinking?
I'm great. See, this is Amber.
Thank
See?
you. Hi. How are you?
I'm fabulous. How are you today?
Well, thank you. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
You are so beautiful.
Thank you. You are beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, so this is the house.
I am so excited to see this house in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually showed him. I'm a big fan of the interior designer.
Okay.
And on his birthday, he decides we're going to manifest the furniture.
Oh, wow.
She
Yeah.
knows I'm big on manifestation, so
For sure.
Okay.
we serve a big God.
We do. So, and I have a
That's right. Once I was listening to a podcast my daughter let me listen to, and it was those spiritualists, I guess you could say, a woman who, it was her versus these Christians in the audience. And it was a thing that came up about manifestation. And, some of the women that were Christian was talking about as if, manifestation is saying like you are taking God's place or you're bigger than God or whatever. And I'm like, huh? Like, no, that's being in alignment with God. When you manifest the power of our minds, we got to understand that we are using a very small percentage of our brain power daily. Now, if the scripture says that God made us in his image and likeness, do you think, what does that say? When you see your brother and sister, you looking at God. You are looking at his creation through each other. He manifests his power through individuals so you can see his greatness. We see it on the outside with the elements, the storm, rain, snow, earthquakes, tornadoes, all of that. God's wrath, his power, his anger. You see a lot of, you cannot dispute anything. Many people out here thinking they so powerful than God. We can look at this administration, think they so invincible. But when it comes to the elements and what God can do, strike you down so quick. So when you are doing wrong and you still standing, that's God's grace and mercy. Manifestation is just, God's power going through you because your brain is so focused and you are in alignment with good, and if it's meant for you to be, it will happen. But you got to understand the greatness that you have and all of God's attributes, so do we have. we a lot of times, because of what's going on in our lives, because of negativity, evil forces, just bad, we don't focus on that. We don't try to align our minds with his. And this is why, Jesus was so great, because he aligned his mind with God's mind, and this is how he became Christ. And he was crystallized into the oneness of God. And so that is what each of us can do with true obedience and focus and alignment. And that's how you manifest the things that you want, when you're using the power of when you engulf yourself into the mind of God and let him guide you, as opposed to you taking over. Let him take over. And let that mind that's in you be as it is in Christ Jesus, right? So that's what it is. Jesus aligned his mind with God until he became that, so engulf yourself in his mind. You can see the greatness that you can do. So that's the power of manifestation. And just one more thing on the greatness. This world says put labels on things when it's really from God, because they talk about deja vu to try to make like it's some spooky thing. But when we see something and we said, I've been here before, and I've seen you, or and everything is just as you dreamed it. You actually was there. Your mind actually traveled one night in your slumber, because that's nearly like death, but your mind is at complete peace, and your mind travels. We have dreams, but not just dreams. There are times when your mind has went to the future, come back, and then when you finally step into it, days, weeks, or months, maybe even a year, you'll remember it when you see it. I dreamt this. I've seen you before. That's how great our mind is. If we would just focus. But the darkness of this world, a lot of times dims our light and our greatness that God has placed in us. But we truly need to go back to that, because it'll be a time when we would think someone up. We would focus so hard. Our mind gets so strong that we see it. We bring it. I remember once I had a classmate that was on my mind so strong. And I'll hurry up. I just want to say that based on what she said. I know some of y'all like, hurry up with it already. But I thought about her so much. She was on my mind heavy. Next thing I knew, a couple weeks later, I found out she passed away. And I was at work, and luckily I came on Facebook. And that was God telling me something was going on with her. I never knew that my old classmate was battling with cancer, but I made it in enough time to leave work a little early and go to her wake. And that's when I discovered she had been battling with cancer. And I was like, wow, that's why my mind was on her. So we need to not play ourselves short, because we are mighty, mighty great people.
Man with a big heart, and he said we could put some new furniture in the house, and I just appreciate you taking the time out to show us.
Yes, well, I'm excited to show you. So I think it's going to be just as beautiful as you imagined.
Great. I'm super excited.
Yeah. So talk to me about this manifestation thing.
Well, we serve a big God.
That's right.
He said, ask and you shall receive.
That's right.
Okay, that's
So
true.
that's so our people have been down so long, but we forgot who we serve.
Right.
Yeah. My man is such a
We forget
man of
who we
faith.
are and whose we are.
He's just trying to teach me to think more optimistic.
Yes.
Sometimes you're going through life, it's hard to keep the faith. And so he really helps me do that.
I understand that. I understand having faith and wanting some things to go a certain way, and then things can get in the way of that. So
For sure.
I see what you're putting down. Sometimes we see things that we want to go a certain way. Is she referring to her and Dave? But then things get in the way. And is that you, Amber, she referring to? I'm just saying.
For sure.
It's only obstacles, though. We get over those.
We do. Yeah.
And the obstacles is to help us appreciate what's to come, too,
Right.
Yes.
We go through
Right.
certain things, but we get over to the other side.
Yup.
It feels that much better.
That's right.
It does.
But yeah, we was working on this manifestation thing with her.
I think homegirl is feeling some kind of way. She's feeling some kind of way. She wanted that.
Yeah, so I'm excited.
well, fantastic. We'll have a look today.
Okay.
Let's see. How'd you like the areas you were coming up though?
Oh, I mean, the area is fabulous.
Yeah?
Beautiful. Very, very rich. A little rich for my taste. But once I settle some things in my life and I got my restaurant and everything, maybe I will call you, and I'm looking to buy a new house.
Oh, I would love to help you do that.
Yeah, I mean, any friend of Dave's is a friend of mine, so why not be my realtor as well?
She more than just a friend of
Okay,
Dave.
well, I'll show you everything that this home has to offer, and
Okay.
we'll go ahead and get on inside.
Great, I'm excited. Super excited.
Okay. Oh, Amber about to see her house. Now, I'd like to know, what is it about Amber that Dave saw that really made him want to go all out and settle with her, as opposed to Evelyn, as opposed to this realtor? Melissa was just someone that was there, and he said he doesn't, she was his assistant. She liked them. Things happen. He doesn't go out to clubs or going out looking for women. So he basically deals with women in his space, like Wayne, right? But why this seems like a very put together, beautiful young lady. I wonder what happened that she wasn't the one, as opposed to Amber, who's married still, but he saw her and was attracted to her and realized that she was the one, as opposed to this woman. What was the difference? Not saying that Amber isn't better, but she's a woman who's still attached to someone else. This woman was single when he was with her. What attracted you to an attached woman that's married to say she's the one, and you want to buy her a house over this woman who's a realtor who evidently really cared for you, but single, but it didn't last. You didn't want her in that capacity. I'm just curious. I'm just saying, I wonder what that is. Sometimes people, it's timing. A lot of times you meet the right person at the wrong time, they say. But I don't know. I think it's something that can be, and she is the one. The person could be made for you. However, the circumstances isn't right. This is why you want to do it right before that blessing is taken away from you. You manifest something. Maybe something about Amber is the woman that he manifested, that he prayed about. When he saw her, he realized that was the one. But will God bring you someone that belongs to someone else? I don't believe so. But is it possible for somebody to be in a situation they are getting out of, and it can work with someone else while you're in there? I'm not saying that it can't, but you really need to hurry up before that door closes to your blessing, and not have this marriage linger on, and you continuing to walk in your marital covenant not ended yet, and starting a life with someone else. You don't want to block that blessing in any type of way, or have it taken away, because you continuing to do stuff that's not pleasing in God's eyes, or not the way that he would like for us to walk. Okay, hurry up and sign them papers and get out of that mess, Amber, so you can walk freely in your blessing. All right, let me know what y'all think, family, about anything I've said, or you manifesting something that you wanted, the power of your mind, the power of just getting your heart's desire, and having our mind aligned with God's mind, and what we can accomplish. Have you surprised yourself at one point in your life with something you really wanted, and you prayed on it, and you really brought that thing into fruition, and prayer and belief and work, because faith without works is dead. But guess what? You manifested exactly what it was that you wanted. Share. Okay. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you for joining me today, family. And we're going to continue with the house. Peace, and we out.